Welcome makers and creatives. I'm Catherine Harris with SHEERSTITCHERY, and if you're new here, I do sewing and DIY related videos each week. This week is a special week because you get 2 videos. So I have already released the Marsha wrap dress, which I will leave a card up here, as well as a link in the description down below. It also happens to be the dress that I am wearing right now. Why do I bring this up? Because it was the pattern for the January Thread Crate subscription box. So I thought I would share with you an unboxing of everything that was included in the box, as well as a quick review on what I thought of this month's box. And if you want to save a bit of dough on your next box, you can use my discount code SHEERSTITCHERY at checkout to save 10%. So let's get to unboxing that box. First, I wanted to go over what is actually included in the crate. So you get 3 yards of fabric, whether that's knit or woven. You get a sewing pattern with inclusive sizing, as well as coordinating thread and notions to make that pattern. And you also get fabric clips and sewing needles specifically for that, as well as a few extras thrown in with some goodies, as well as optional scrap busters from time to time. Now, let's get to opening this box here. So it is nicely wrapped with tissue paper, which I love, and it also helps to protect some of the things that are in there. So first you get something that tells you exactly what is in the box, as well as your code to download your patterns. So this is our very first fabric, and it is lovely. It is a modal spandex blend, and it has 50% stretch both with and against the grain, and it's a 4-way stretch, and it is so buttery and soft. I am just loving this. And January's pattern happens to be the Marsha wrap dress, which we will pair with this fabric. Now, next up is the December fabric. So I got fabric for December and January. I was kind of a special crate this month. And it has 10% stretch cross grain and 25% stretch with the grain in this French terry. And it is so soft and washes up so nicely. So it has 2 colorways for this. This is the pink version of that French terry. And it is a cotton French terry as well. Just make sure that you pre-wash this because it does shrink. And these photos here are me after I have pre-washed this fabric and dried it, just so you can see how it looks after it's been washed. And the pattern for that one is the Elevation hoodie. I'll leave a link to that video as well. And now for some goodies here. So inside this cute little box, first we have a little folder here, and it's got needles stamped on the outside of it. So we actually have a jersey needle for our sewing machine, as well as a couple jersey pins to use for our project. And you want to change your needle about every 8 hours of sewing, so it's great that you get a new sewing needle with each project. We've got a cute little coaster here for sewing. As well as included in here are the matching threads for our project. And next up here, we have some sewing notions. And so this one here is a bodkin, which is super helpful, as well as something that you're going to want to use on the project. And you also have a point turner to make sure that you get crisp, nice edges when you're pointing those out. Next, you have some wool dryer balls here, and I really like this because it is environmentally friendly. It reduces your drying time by about 50%, and it's also a sustainable and natural fiber, which I love as well. So now that we've unboxed everything, I thought I would give you my thoughts on what I think about what was included and if there's good value for the money. Now, I love this fabric. It is so dreamy and drapey, and it is perfectly timed for Valentine's Day. So we receive the box, the January boxes get shipped out on January 1st or the 1st of every month, and then you receive them. So you receive them sometime within January. I'm in Canada and it's shipping from the States, and with the COVID restrictions, shipping is a little slow. So I received my box at the very tail end of January. And in my box, I also had some fabric to do the December make, which was the Elevation hoodie. And I will leave a link to that sew along up here, as well as in the description down below. Now you have a multitude of different color options that are given, and sometimes in the Facebook group you can get sneak peeks, and if you want to nab a certain colorway you can mention that in the Facebook group. So make sure if you are a Thread Crate subscriber that you join the group, because you get little sneak peeks as well as opportunities to suggest upcoming patterns as well as fabrics. This fabric is so beautiful and it's so comfortable. Now, I don't know about you guys out there, but I have this thing that I call my house dress. So what do you ask is a house dress? So a house dress is something that you can wear, still looked very polished, but it feels so cozy, it could be pajamas. So I also have like house pants and things like that, such as the Hudson joggers. But this dress is definitely a house dress. It is so comfortable because it's a wrap dress. It's not restricting at all. It's made of a light knit that just breathes and flows so nicely. You can go about doing your daily chores and you still look oh so put together. And it reminds me of those 1950s housewives where to do their chores, they would put on their beautiful dresses and heels and look all polished. And well, we all know how much I love vintage fashions. So I thought that this is perfect for me, just going around the house doing my chores, as well as if I need to pop out to go get groceries, or God forbid someone comes to the door and you need to look nice and polished. As for the accessories that are included in the box, they are really great with always ensuring that they're including accessories that are going to be used with the pattern. So in this one, it included a bodkin. In my video that I had done, you'll notice I'm using a vintage bodkin because old habits die hard. The one that's included is the modern version of it and works so much better than those vintage ones. And it is also super cute and is a nice pastel teal, which fits nicely with my pastel pink, minty green, and blue palette in my sewing room. It will also include some thread that matches your fabric, which is so nice because when you get the box and you're about to go and sew and you don't have matching thread and it's COVID and there are restrictions in place and you just don't want to go outside, it is wonderful. Or if you happen to pick up your mail and it is like 10 o'clock at night and all the shops are closed, you can still get started if you like to do midnight sewing. Though I do warn, never do zips or buttonholes after midnight because dangerous things can happen and you won't be liking that. Anyway, that is my review for the January subscription to Thread Crate, and I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments down below, are you a subscriber to Thread Crate? Or if not, are you a subscriber to any other fabric or sewing related subscription boxes? Do you want me to do some reviews on them? Do let me know. Until next time, let's get our sewspiration on.